Okay, we are almost to 2 more minutes and we'll start up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, now I understand why no response, because wearing earbuds. Can I hear? Alright. Will this thing block? Settle down. Since you're looking at the breaker, I don't see the professor. This is from Dr. C. Okay. Yes. Attendance. This is for the class one, is it? Lecture. Alright. So there's one problem with the day my hand too itchy. I go and generate the code already for the lecture class that we missed. So I'm not sure how to solve this also. Let me check with the office, then I come back to you. The worst case is I have to just mark all your attendance. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
I'll try to adjust that one. No mistake on that. Okay, so ready? 05. Right. So last week, this is just a quick recap. Okay, what layout did we actually use for our first lab? I'll ask question together while I'm calling it. Sing. Right, so last week, what layout did we actually use? What layout did we actually use for our first UI? Constraint layout, right? We use constraint layout, correct?
Yes, I think.
Linear layout. We use linear layout, okay? So, right, then in linear layout itself, we have how many orientations? Zhenyi. Where is Zhenyi? We have 3 orientations, correct? Name me the 3 orientations. We have 3, correct or not? How many orientations do you have? Okay, how many orientations do you have? 2, right? Which is vertical and horizontal. Right, good. This is correct answer. Right, now today we are going to continue on to use linear layout. Right, but what we are going to do, the first part you will learn to actually create dimensions. Last week what we done was on string values. Okay, we only use string values, but today we're going to learn how to create dimension values as well. Okay, so that you can actually use it all over again. Okay, another thing, second part, then you will learn how to actually extract style. Okay, for a particular, let's say you set up a text view, right? You create all the attributes already. You can actually extract the style and then use it like a template, right? Then the third one, you will also learn today how to actually capture user input. Okay, using edit text, right? And by the end of this class, we're gonna do something like changing the visibility. Okay, today you will have one challenge, right? At the end of the class, I'll give you a challenge, and then you have to submit to me next week. Show me lah, not say submit lah. You have to show me next week. Okay. But if you see from your practical list here, right? I listed one constraint layout at the bottom. We are not going to cover that this week. We're going to do it next week, right? So that after this week, we are going to start using constraint layout already. No longer using linear layout. Alright? So linear layout is a basic layout. Okay? Once you have the understanding of this, then we'll move on. Alright? So next week is actually going to be quite interesting because you will have the constraint layout, and at the same time I'm going to teach you data binding. Alright? Very fast, huh? You're going to learn how to use data binding already. Okay? So let's go now. I want to create a new project. File, new project. Okay, make sure it's empty view activity. Anyone else is still having problem with your own laptops or PC on cannot find empty view activity? No problem, right? For this class, all okay, huh? Right? Make sure it's empty view activity, because if you use empty activity, there somehow the resources cannot link together. Alright, so there's some changes in the IDE itself. I saw a lot of new comment coming up on how to solve it. Yep.
I just don't have the NT view activity.
So you don't have? Okay, that will be a problem. So my advice for you, you can use your PC first.
It's the PC.
It's the PC.
Yes.
Good up. me 1 minute. Okay, so we might need to update if there is problem. Alright, let's move on. Okay, from here, so let's name our project now. Practical 2. This is 11. So you can name whatever name you want. Alright, this is for me to easy to track what is this. Okay, so we are using Java, right? Right. Okay, and then what about this one? I use 34. Okay. Now, can someone explain to me what is minimum SDK means here? Next one, Zihong. Yes. Where's Zihong? Alright, Zihong. What is minimum SDK means here?
Basically, it's the version for the phone.
Okay. So anything I have to take note when I select this one?
The highest version, the lesser the support can, the lesser the phone can support.
Okay, right. Alright, another thing, I also have to consider what are the features that I want to use. Okay, then only I choose my API. Okay, so click finish. Now, Everyone okay already? Right. So next one. 宣介 宣介 got two. You or
顺
Xuan? Zhong Xuan Jie. Okay, correct. I pronounce your name. Okay. Yeah. Your PC is not working.
The problem is not easy.
Huh?
The problem.
What is that? The problem?
He said we need to reinstall the ticket file, but we need to pause the previous program first. But I already paused the previous program and I clicked on OK to assist the reinstallation. But I think it still shows me assist the application before reinstallation.
You go for Task Manager. You open Task Manager and then close all the things. If not, you restart your PC first. Restart your PC, then you reinstall. Right? So, Yongjin. Not here yet. Yongjin. Rehan. Now, we already open up our project here. Okay? I want to start doing design on my UI for my activity. Where should I actually look for my layout file?
Resources layout.
Resources, layout. Right, good. Okay, so same person, Weihan. So what are the layout that I'm actually using now?
Design view.
What are the layout that I'm actually using?
Design view.
This is design view, okay, but in this here, what is the layout that I'm actually using? No, this is a constraint layout. By default, it will come with constraint layout and the component tree here. You can see this. Alright? So we want to change this, Alright, thank you, Weihan. Nick! Where are you? Okay, so Nick, in here, I want to change my constraint layout to become linear layout. What should I do?
The line to
Alright,
change to linear layout.
okay, good. Linear layout. Alright, Nick, same thing. Now, you see we are using linear layout, right? And you take a look at our text view here. There are things that are not supposed to be here. Doesn't belong to what we call linear layout.
Number 13 until 64.
Yes, this is what constraint layout, so we get rid of it. Alright. Okay, so then we go back to our design here. Right. Now we want to configure our so okay, as we go through our code labs, right? So this code labs here, you can see some of the things that I already covered last week. Okay, like the layouts, okay, and also the IDE itself. This all I already covered last week. Okay, sometimes you will see that I'm a little faster in terms of giving you the things that you need to know, right? Let's take a look at the bottom here. So now we want to change our first text view to the ID to name text. Yvonne, Pang Yvonne, where are you? Correct, now I pronounce your name. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Right. So tell me if I want to set my ID to name text, what should I do? I'm going to set my text view, the first text view, the ID to name text. What should I do? Pick this one. Yeah. Okay. Right. Good. Okay. So then now following this one, it says set it to your name. For the text, we're going to set it to our own name. So how should I do that? Same person, huh? Move on. I want to set the text to my name. So what should I do? I want to set the text to my own name. What should I do? Yeah? This one. Okay? Should I just type it like this? Should I just type like this for my string? This is hard-coded, right? This is hard-coded string. So what is the proper way to do this? Another proper way to do this? No, what I mean is now the text, you ask me to type my name here like that, right? So the way I input my text here, is it a proper way? I should use string resources. Okay? String resources. Right. Jahan. Okay, Jahan. So how should I actually create a string resources for this text here? Right? How many ways can we actually do this? Last week I showed you 2 ways, right? To create a string resources, string value resources. So John, tell me one way to actually add in a text using a string value resources.